YouTube, this is Vargas XX78, here again with another collection pickup video. This time, be forewarned, this is a movie pickup video, so if you follow my channel, you probably know that those are the longest videos I post, because I tend to buy a lot of movies, and I like talking about them. So, if you do, and if you're ready for that long video, thank you, but be forewarned, because it's another big one. Yeah, I don't actively go out in search of all the movies that I buy, but lately I've been really lucky, and I've been getting a lot of movies cheap, like really cheap. I buy a lot of my movies from, I mentioned him before, Movie Freak Bazaar. He's a Facebook seller, and every week he posts new editions that he's gotten, and then you go to his store and you can pick them up from there. So I've gotten a bunch of stuff from him that way, and others are swap meet finds. So I just come across things I'm like, I can't believe I found these movies. Like the last time where I picked up a whole bunch of movies, that was awesome. But yeah, this is what I've picked up, and this is what I can't wait to share with you guys. So first off, a big addition that I found for my wife. My wife loves a number of TV shows from her youth. The first one is Friends, and I have been able to complete the Friends collection for her. She has all 10 seasons, plus 4 best of DVDs that I got for her. The other one is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and the other one she really likes is Gilmore Girls. So we were shopping. I got one day off from work, and went to a flea market, and lo and behold, she actually saw this. And she was like, "Oh, look, it looks like notepads with Gilmore Girls. Wow, it's Gilmore Girls." And my wife loves Gilmore Girls. So it's like, "Oh, cool, we'll buy this for my daughter." And she gave it to me, and I asked the guy how much. He said, I think it was 50 pesos, 40 pesos. And it wasn't until afterwards where we realized that these are not notepads. They look like notepads, but they are actually the complete seasons of Gilmore Girls. So my wife was super happy about this, because I have gotten for her Gilmore Girls season 1 through 5. I'm missing 6 through 7. And this one has season 1 through 7, except the last discs. I don't know why, everything else is complete, but on the last season, the very last disc, with the very last 2 episodes, is missing. That's a disc that also has all the special features, so it's the semi-complete Gilmore Girls series, because it doesn't have that last disc with the last 2 episodes, which sucks. It sucks bad, but my wife fell in love with the little case, and the fact that it has all the Gilmore Girls seasons. What I will do is that if somewhere down the line I come across the complete season 7, I'll buy that for her regardless, and then she'll be able to watch those last 2 episodes. So yeah, that was an amazing find, and my wife was super happy. Also, my wife has gotten into wanting to see Sex and the City, and I bought for her season 1 through 4. She was missing the last 2 seasons, so for Movie Freak Bazaar, we picked up the complete 5th season of Sex and the City. Season 6, Part 1. This was basically just a money grab, because the last season they separated it into 2 parts. And this is season 6, the last season, part 2. I will give this, the case are pretty cool because they're transparent, so it does give it a nice look. I've never watched Sex and the City. I think my only contact with the series is we watched the movie. I bought Sex and the City, the movie, for her, and that's what I watched. I haven't watched anything else, so I can't really comment on that. Also, I want to get... if you all on my channel, you know that I like completing sets for a specific director, actor, or genre. I want to get a complete Al Pacino collection, and I was able to find one of the more obscure and hard-to-find DVDs, and that's Al Pacino in You Don't Know Jack, the story of Jack Kevorkian. Al Pacino plays the infamous Death Doctor, Jack Kevorkian, and yeah, I have not been able to find this CD. This DVD. My brother also is a big fan of Al Pacino, and he's not been able to find this DVD. So yeah, super happy to add that. Also, to add to my Schwarzenegger collection, a movie that I have not been able to find till now, Kindergarten Cop. My Schwarzenegger collection actually is missing a lot of key movies, mostly his comedies. But I finally added this. This is a really good movie, and really funny. That's the thing that, oddly enough, separates Schwarzenegger from Stallone. Schwarzenegger's comedies, for the most part, are awesome, except Junior. That one was not good. While Stallone, his comedies tend to be not funny. Like Stop or My Mom Will Shoot was terrible. But yeah, needed this, and super happy to get it. Also, I picked up from Movie Freak Bazaar the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Season 1 Volume 1 set. This is the reboot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that came out in Fox. And this has a couple of episodes. They didn't, to the best of my knowledge, they didn't follow through with all of these. They released a couple of individual volumes, and then the movies for Turtles Forever. But they didn't follow through. They didn't do the Turtles in Time or the Shadow Tournament thing. So it's going to be pretty much impossible to get a complete set of this rebooted series. I do want to add the new Nickelodeon series because that one is actually pretty cool. Also, it comes in the Blu-ray case, but it's only the DVD. Only the DVD. But this is the Fright Night remake. Surprisingly, really good. I really enjoyed this remake. It has Colin Farrell as the head vampire. I have trouble with his name, but he's Chekhov in Star Trek that unfortunately recently died. And it has the 10th Doctor as the vampire hunter freak. Peter Vincent, I forgot his name. Peter Vincent, which is really cool. It's really cool, and they go around the whole vampire can't enter your house unless you're invited thing. really awesome. That's like, because the thing is that in vampire lore, a vampire can't enter your house unless he's invited. So the way that the Colin Farrell vampire gets around that is that he blows up the house. I don't have to be invited if there's no house. I thought that was like very creative. So not the worst remake I've seen. It's actually a lot of fun. Definitely recommended. Also, I've been meaning to get this documentary for a long time. And the thing about Movie Freak Bazaar is that he comes across some really cool gems, and that's why I buy from him. But I picked up from him The King of Kong, A Fistful of Quarters. I'm a gamer. I grew up during the best gaming period, in my opinion, which was the 80s, where arcades were king, and the Nintendo ruled the world. Nintendo came into what it is now thanks to Donkey Kong. Shigeru Miyamoto designed the game, and it was what rose Nintendo from the ranks. And this documentary follows the champion of Donkey Kong, who has the highest score, and someone that's trying to beat his score. So the documentary follows the newcomer that wants to beat Donkey Kong's score, and the champion. It's really cool. Pixels kind of is inspired. At least I think of this when I think when I look back at Pixels, the Adam Sandler movie. But it's a really good documentary. I've heard people complain like it's a documentary following two losers trying to beat a high score. But if you're a gamer, a diehard gamer like myself, and you grew up in that time period, you're gonna love this. The King of Kong's freaking amazing. Also, I love me some anime. Anime is a genre that I love. I love the animation. Just love it. And I picked up Samurai Gun Volume 1, Samurai Gun Volume 2. I've never seen this anime, but it has samurais. It looks like it has great animation, and it has hot chicks. Can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong with any of that. Also, from Movie Freak Bazaar, for my beautiful wife, I picked up Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. He had this nice steelbook edition. So I bought it for my wife, and we recently saw it, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It feels weird. I don't know if I can explain why, but it feels weird. It feels different. It's going back to the Harry Potter movies. It has a certain style. Even the ones that were directed by Mexican and American directors, the atmosphere felt different. And this one, it has elements from the Harry Potter universe, but it feels weird. It's really hard to explain, but my wife felt the same way. There was this weird disconnect between the tone of Fantastic Beasts and the other Harry Potter movies. It's very weird, but me and the wife were talking about it, and we can't really explain why that is, but it's very, very peculiar. It's a very, very peculiar feeling. Also picked up some anime, some movie-length anime. This is from Satoshi Kon, director of Perfect Blue and writer of Memories, Millennium Actress. Perfect Blue is a really, really interesting psychological kind of anime that follows a pop artist that's seemingly going crazy. Very, very interesting. The animation is gorgeous. The direction is really cool, and it's very, very. It's one of those deep anime that I like. And this one's directed by the same guy. I can't wait to see it. I have never seen it, but I can't wait to see it. And from him, I have seen and need to get Tokyo Godfathers. That's a really good movie, beautiful movie, well directed. It's kind of depressing, but it's really, really cool. Also picked up Tenchi the movie, which is Tenchi Moyo in Love. This is a anime TV show that they released a movie on. I vaguely remember the TV show, but I love me some anime regardless. Picked up For My Baby Girl on my wife's suggestion, What's New Scooby-Doo, the Halloween Booze Clues DVD. This is not the original Scooby-Doo. This is one of the many reboots that they've released for Scooby-Doo. Because they've released What's New Scooby-Doo, they've released Scooby-Doo Kids, they re-released Scooby-Doo with a very weird art style, and of course there's the classic Scooby-Doo. I prefer the classic Scooby-Doo, but this series wasn't half bad. Also, I picked up, for my wife, the collector's 2-disc edition of Pride and Prejudice. My wife loves Jane Austen. She loves her work. We already have Emma. We already have Sense and Sensibility. And, yeah, she already has Pride and Prejudice, but this is the 2-disc collector's edition, which supposedly has a whole bunch of special features. So, I hope we can get to watch that. This one was a bad movie. It was a terrible movie. And, ironically, the original movie, which a lot of people feel is worst, I enjoy more than this one. But it's a video game adaptation, and I'm a gamer as well as a movie aficionado. So I picked it up, and that's Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li, but the unrated, unleashed version. I don't have high hopes that the unrated really fixes the movie at all. It's a terrible movie. Right up there, I won't defend Dragon Ball Evolution, that's worse. But this one is right up there with Dragon Ball Evolution. Horrible, horrible adaptation of a video game franchise. Also picked up Crank 2, High Voltage. The first Crank movie is a lot of fun. This one has a attention deficit disorder, real bad. It jumps around. The cuts are really weird. It's a very daunting movie to me anyway. The action is pretty cool, but it cuts really, really weirdly. But I needed it to add to my Jason Statham collection because I have the first one. Also, this one I picked up because it looked interesting. It looks like it's an action martial arts thriller. But this is Naked Weapon, and it's about these two assassins. But what's her name? Maggie Q. That starred in the Femme Nikita's in it. So maybe it's good. I don't know. Well, check it out. I've never seen that one. Also, I've never seen this one, but this is Fright Fest. I bought the Fangoria Blood Drive disc, which has a lot of mini shorts. This is a movie by the Fangoria production company, and this is Dark House. I picked it up because it stars Jeffrey Combs. That's the main reason. It looks like a haunted house thing. Jeffrey Combs stars is this guy that has produced holographic ghosts to make a haunted house. But it turns out the house itself is already haunted, and it takes control of the holographic ghosts and wreaks havoc. It sounds very interesting, so I'm hoping I'll get to that. Also picked up, cause why not? I love me some cheesy bad movies, and I picked up Congo. Yes, Congo. Amy, love. Oh man, this is bad. This is a bad movie, but it's the kind of movie, unlike Legend of Chun-Li, which is bad, this is the kind of bad that just makes me laugh my ass off, and that's the best kind of bad. The monkey designs are ridiculous. The gorillas are actually gorillas, and then the gorillas at the end, they're like these albino leprosy gorillas, and then at the end they jump into lava. Horrible movie. But it has Bruce Campbell makes a really short cameo on this, and Ernie Hudson is also in this. So yeah, I bought it just because of the lulz, because it's one of those movies that just make me laugh. And I've actually been looking for that movie for a while, and it came up. Also picked up, because I love me some anime, especially samurai anime, I picked up another volume of Rurouni Kenshin. Legend of Kyoto. I have no idea what volume this is, but this has episodes 58 to 62. So I love me some Rurouni Kenshin. Now, this one I double dipped. I already have this movie, but this is the 2-disc special edition, which includes the theatrical cut, which I already own, and also the one with the alternate ending, which should have been the ending that released in theaters. Because in the theatrical ending, Will Smith sacrifices himself and blows up the vampire things, allowing the other lady to escape with the blood. In the alternate ending, the best ending, he realizes that these new vampires do have emotions, and he's like, oh, holy shit, I am a monster, which is more closer to the movie, to the book, I Am Legend. So they definitely should have released the alternate ending in theaters. To add to my daughter's Disney collection, there's like 10 of these, but I picked up for her Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure. It's shiny. They released a Tinkerbell movie, and after that they've released like 8 more, but they're not that bad. The animation is pretty cool, and I hope my daughter likes them. Now, like I said, I am trying to get a Disney collection, specifically the classic ones, and I am missing a couple, but I am super hyped that I was able to get the Platinum Edition of Lady and the Tramp. I personally freaking love this movie. I love this movie. It's really cool, and when this one released, it came with a buttload of special features. The image was cleaned up, they restored everything, so I'm really happy to finally add Lady and the Tramp, which is one of my personal favorite Disney movies, and I hope my daughter will also enjoy them. But it's Disney. Who doesn't like Disney? Oh, another one of my personal favorites is Alice in Wonderland. The good version, not the weird, messed up edition that Tim Burton came out with. This is the Master Edition. Not I don't know why Alice in Wonderland never got released as a Platinum Edition. But screw it, I love this. I love how weird it is. I love how messed up this is. Just weird. And it also includes the original Mickey short, Through the Mirror, which if you've played Epic Mickey, it has a lot of parallels there. I just love how balls to the walls weird Alice in Wonderland is. So super happy to get this one. But I'll probably not show that one to my daughter until she's a bit older. Also, picked up the complete collection of the classic Christmas cartoons. Got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, plus additionally it has The Little Drummer Boy, which is awesome, Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. I love the story of Christmas Carol, not the Mr. Magoo version. Cricket on the Hearth, and Frosty Returns. Plus, it has a CD with some of the music from the cartoons, and it's a beautiful, beautiful set. Bam, right there. Bam, right there. I love the way this set looks, and this will complete my Christmas cartoon collection. I already have the Charlie Brown Christmas. I already have the Mickey Mouse Christmas Carol. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I was only missing these, and now I have them. Now every year I can share them with my daughter and make an annual tradition. Just like when I was a kid, continue that and watch those cartoons during Christmas time, which is cool. Also, double dipped again. Yes, I am unfortunately notorious for double dipping when I shouldn't. But I already owned, because I bought this at Walmart when it came out, the Back to the Future 30th Anniversary Trilogy Collection. It has a disc with special features and an additional little story. But this is the 30th Anniversary edition of Back to the Future. Well, I went to a swap meet, and they had the 25th Anniversary edition. And I thought, well, usually when they release something, they take out special features and add some new ones. So I thought, well, the 30th anniversary has a bunch of special features and a documentary. I'm pretty sure the 25th anniversary has different stuff. Nah, it does not. Unfortunately, I was reading through the special features on the back, and they are identical to the special features in the 30th. So now I have 25th and 30th editions of Back to the Future. However, I don't see that as a negative, because I freaking love Back to the Future. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, especially the second one. I love how they time travel the shit out of that in that movie. They go to the past, the future. To the future, then to the present, which is an alternate timeline, and then they have to go back to the events of the first movie. Freaking amazing stuff that would make your brain burst. Just freaking love this trilogy. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So, yeah, I double dipped, but I don't care. It's so cool. Also, super happy I was able to find this, but this is the Growing House double feature presentation of Planet Terror and Death Proof. But this is not the regular edition. This is the extended and uncut cuts of Planet Terror and Death Proof. I already have Planet Terror, but it's the theatrical cut. So imagine my surprise and joy when I found the uncut versions of Planet Terror, which is cool, and Death Proof, which I was missing. Starring Kurt Russell, directed by Quentin Tarantino. Amazing. I'm just missing Jackie Brown, and my Tarantino collection will be complete. More anime. I picked up Cowboy Bebop, the movie. I love Cowboy Bebop. It actually it's a personal shame of mine that I don't have the anime in my collection, but I'm super happy to finally add the movie. Also picked up The Book of Eli, which was a good movie up until the end. This movie came out 7 years ago, so I don't think it will be a spoiler. Denzel Washington plays this character, a badass character, that's going through the wasteland of this apocalyptic Earth, carrying a book. And Gary Oldman sees the book, and he's like, I know what that book is. That book holds power. And it's the Bible, which is true. You know, it's kind of hinted that the war that destroyed the Earth was possibly a religious thing. So Gary Oldman character knows that the Bible was used to have power over people. So he wants that book. And this whole insane thing happens. He gets the book, opens the book, and surprise, surprise, the Bible is written in Braille. Because it turns out Eli is blind. No, that's when you lost me movie. It was a good movie. It was full of action, full of suspense, and then you took a shit on yourself with that reveal that Eli was blind. So I guess he had daredevil powers, because you see him fight people and dodge sniper bullets? No. Yeah, a good movie ruined by the ending. Also picked up The Godfather Part 2. I already have The Godfather. But unfortunately, that disc was part of the box set, so it's a very thin kind of case. This one is your proper length case, so this looks better with the rest of my Godfather movies. But another one to add to my Al Pacino collection, because Al Pacino is awesome. You know what else is awesome? Wrestling. I picked up this classic superstars of wrestling, Steve Austin and Cactus Jack double pack. It has Steve Austin, not Stone Cold Steve Austin, but Fabulous Steve Austin. Has 8 matches of the blonde-haired Steve Austin, and then it has Cactus Jack. 8 matches of Cactus Jack during his independent period. So before they were part, apparently, of ECW and WCW properly, they were in their independent circuit, and this DVD collects that. But it has such exciting matches as Steve Austin versus the Punisher, Steve Austin versus the Medicine Man, Steve Austin versus Chris Adams, Steve Austin in an 8-man tag team match, Steve Austin versus Chris Adams again, and Steve Austin and Jenny Clark versus Chris and Tony Adams. So I guess this Chris Adams was his rival. And Cactus Jack has Cactus Jack versus the Patriot, Cactus Jack and Gary Young versus Jeff Jarrett and Chris Adams. Now I'm interested in knowing who Chris Adams is. Cactus Jack and Gary Young versus Dwayne Meters and Mike Finn Jr. So it has a bunch of their independent circuit matches, but I love wrestling, so hell yeah. Also, finally added a 310 to Yuma, which pits Gladiator Russell Crowe against Batman Christian Bale. Westerns aren't exactly my favorite genre, but I do enjoy them, and I've been meaning to get this one, so I'm happy I finally did. And because I was really lucky in getting more anime, the anime series Morobito, which I've never seen, but it's a 6-disc set, and it's anime, so I know it's going to be awesome. Also, like I said, one of the series that my wife enjoys is Gilmore, Friends, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so I got for her Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 6. I love these cases. They open up very nicely. It has six discs with all the episodes, and this is when Willow went to the dark side. So yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is pretty cool. I think it's super awesome that my wife enjoys Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So now we're only missing season 4 and 5, and I'll complete that set for her. Also, double dipped again. I already have Pulp Fiction, but I have the ones that released a couple of years ago at Walmart and Target. It's just a simple DVD case, nothing really cool, but I found the collector's edition of Pulp Fiction. It has all the special features that you would find on the Blu-ray, but the presentation of this one I think is better. It has Pulp Fiction. Oh, it has the menu from the store where they go. It has the thing itself. It opens up and it has 2 discs there. One for the movie, one for special features. I love these special edition things. Even though I already own the movie, I usually tend to double dip and buy the collector's edition, because sometimes this has special features that the others don't. And it looks prettier. It looks way prettier than the one I have. Now I'm still missing, like I said, Jackie Brown. That's the last Quentin Tarantino movie, which I've not been able to find. Also, to add to the Disney collection, I picked up the 2-disc edition of Toy Story 2. I only have Toy Story 3, so I need to work on getting 1, but now I have 2. Love Toy Story 2, I think it's really cool. Also, it's not the best, but it's Superman. So I picked up the first season of Lewis and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, starring Terry Hatcher and, what's his face? Dean Cain. So yeah, it wasn't the best Superman series. It's not the worst. At least the first season is watchable. After that, season 2 was kind of lame, and the series ends on a cliffhanger that never got followed through. It is what it is. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It's just is, and it's shiny. More anime, but this one's kind of disappointing. I picked up Iki Tosen, Legendary Fighter. This is a very, very fan servicey anime, but I didn't realize until after I bought it that it's a screener promotional DVD. Supposedly it's supposed to have 4 episodes, but it really only has 2, which is I'm not gonna lie, it's very disappointing. But, well, can't really complain for the price I got it. Also picked up The Great Gatsby's 2-disc special edition. Visually really cool movie, but it's well acted, but it's not that good. Ninja Turtles, I picked up a Season 7 Volume 1. I already have Season 7 Volume 4, and this volume released in only with a couple of episodes, but each volume has a turtle on the cover. So Volume 1 is Leonardo, Volume 2 is Michelangelo, Volume 3 is Donatello, and Volume 4, which is the one I got, has Raphael. I love me the classic Ninja Turtles, so yeah, of course I was going to pick that up. Also picked up the long-needed, not found until now, Disney classic, The Sword in the Stone. I freaking love this movie. Pretty much a lot of Disney movies I love, I'm not going to lie. Disney is awesome, and the animation in this is pretty cool. The life lessons that Merlin gives Arthur are pretty cool. The wizard duel between Merlin and Madam Mim was pretty cool. All in all, it's a good movie. Just really fun. There's very few Disney movies that I don't enjoy, and I would just mention the Aristocats and Oliver and Company as my least favorite Disney movies. Everything else is amazing, and it's a lost art because these were all hand drawn. You would have to hand draw everything one page, and very carefully keep the continuity of it. So you would put all the pictures together and have the animation. It's the other reason why I also love classic anime, because it was the same thing. And nowadays you can do whatever the hell you want with computers, but way back when, you have to have like 50 people animating a movie, and it took a lot longer to do. And I grew up with it, and I am a super fan of 2D animation, and it's a lost art, and unfortunately, I don't think it's ever going to come back, because you can do it a lot quicker with computers nowadays, but I just love 2D animation. It's so beautiful, in my opinion. And closing up with more anime, I guess this was the anime pickup video, Samurai Champloo. It's samurai, it's anime, it's my bread and butter, so hell yeah, more anime. So yeah, that was the, like always, really long movie pickup video. I appreciate so much every person watches this thing all the way through. I've mentioned this a bunch of times. I love movies, I love buying movies, I love watching movies, and I love talking about movies. Even though I double dip sometimes, but I come across awesome gems that I can share with everyone, and hopefully I can introduce you to something that you've never seen before, and you watch it, and either you love it or you felt it wasn't as good. Either way, I hope I can open up to you to something new that you might not have normally watched, because I don't discriminate genres. I watch pretty much, and I watch and collect pretty much everything. We got anime, suspense, wrestling, romantic movies. I pretty much buy anything that looks interesting. Even your bottom of the barrel crappy movies like Chun-Li or god-awful Dragon Ball Evolution. But movies, even the bad ones that make you just pissed off, are entertaining, and they're a means of escaping your day-to-day life. So that's why I love talking about movies, and I apologize, and I always find myself apologizing for my really long-ass videos, but I enjoy movies so much, and I love sharing them, so hopefully you enjoy these. And if you like something that I watched, or I talked about, leave a comment, please. Or follow me on Facebook and chat me up. I love hearing and talking to people. I usually also post my editions on a Facebook group page, so yeah. But I'm gonna cut because I'm rambling now. Thanks so much for watching the video, guys. And until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78, thanking you all and signing out.